Happy New Year. I hope this morning, although you may be watching this 24/7, I don't know, this morning for me, early morning, I hope you're ready to usher in a great 2021. Now, this week, in anticipation of the New Year's, I've been talking about some passages from the Proverbs that give us good ideas for New Year's resolutions, good ideas for things we want to grab hold of this year and do. And what I talked about yesterday was chachma in the Hebrew, which is wisdom is the way it's typically translated. But I think biblical wisdom is different than head knowledge. It's different than knowing things. What biblical wisdom is an ability to see things the way God does. And that was yesterday's video thought for the day. And I promised today, or assured today, that I would try to explain how we can go about getting wisdom. Now remember, wisdom is more valuable than silver or gold or precious jewels, according to Proverbs 3. And I talked about some of the whys yesterday. But here's the key. If we want to know wisdom, we need to know God. Proverbs 3 continues from where I left off yesterday to say that the Lord by wisdom founded the earth. Now, God's vision is what's behind you and me and my dog that's over here and this beautiful day that's going to be dawning, though it's pretty cold. God is in wisdom behind all of the earth. It's His understanding that established the heavens, His knowledge that set up nature and all that is in it. And we don't want to lose sight of that. We need to see that God's vision is behind this world, and then we need to grab God's vision ourselves. We need to see things the way He does. So how do we do that? Well, we get to know God better. If you wanted to know what I'm thinking, you need to get to know me. If I want to get to know what my kids are thinking, I need to get to know them. If I want to know what my wife thinks like, how she thinks, I need to get to know her. That's fundamental. So if I want wisdom, that this idea that I'll see things the way God does, I need to get to know God and understand Him and how He sees things. So that's my commitment for this year. My commitment, one of my prime New Year's resolutions is I want to know God better. Now, I've been walking with God for over 40 years, over 50 years almost, and yet I want to know Him better. And I'm going to learn who He is better by spending time in prayer, spending time in devotion, the devotion of these thoughts with you. I will commit to you. If you want to subscribe down below, which doesn't obviously cost a thing, it just means you get a notice when these videos get posted. But if you want to follow these videos, I pledge to you that in 2021, by the grace of God, my goal is to help everyone who watches these videos to journey with me in knowing God better. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. And the nice part is, I told you, when you have this kind of wisdom, when you see the world the way God does, listen to what Proverbs 3 says. It says that these promises, that wisdom, as you see things the way God does, it will be life for your soul. You don't have to walk in depression. You don't have to walk dead inside. If you see things, if you see you the way God does, if you see the world the way God does, you will have life and vitality in your soul. The proverb says, when you lie down, you'll not be afraid. The proverb says, you won't run when the wicked comes. The Lord will be your confidence. If you see things the way God does, you've got the confidence of the Lord in all that you do. That's a worthy goal, isn't it? I hope you'll join me in it. I hope everybody will come with me on this journey this year. And let's know God better in 2021 and watch him rain blessing upon us when we do. God bless you. I'm excited to talk to you some more. Next week we'll start again on Monday, and I've had a special request. Lessons from ladies in the Bible. So that's what we're going to do next week. Men, these are for us too. I'll talk to you next week.